Alright guys, so we are on to Division 5 in my free-to-play HUT series, just chugging right along here. Today's video we're going to go over my Division 5 game, as well as how the division went, and I'm going to show you some more in-depth defensive tips that I've kind of stumbled upon from playing some more of the elite guys on PlayStation, and I think it's going to be good. I'm No Sleeves 12.
Brings a shot, score! We have a score, and it's...
So guys, just to catch you up on what my team is looking like right now, I've got World Junior card as my #1 center, but he's got decent speed, and then a couple ice cards to flank him on the first two lines. My third and fourth lines still have way too many base cards for what I'd like, but that's something I hope to address after this division. My defense still pretty rough shape. It's not terrible, but I am starting to notice that the speed is lacking on these cards, and I'm kind of getting burned unless I already play towards it, towards my guys being a little bit slower than everyone else. So that is something I want to address as well after this division. Alright, so I'm taking on You Lose Bro, Player for Life 18. Honestly, I was feeling really good throughout my gameplay in this division. It went by pretty quickly, but this was one of the better games. It was pretty close, and it did show some mistakes and mental errors, as well as some of the things I want to show you about playing defense that I did mention in the intro. So here's how it went. Alright guys, so like I said, I wanted to show you some defensive things I picked up on, and the main thing that I want to show you guys is to not turn around when you're playing defense. And what I mean by is don't back skate. Don't hold L2, and especially you don't want to have auto back skate turned on. I hope to God that you don't have that, but don't hold L2. From playing defense in EA Sports Hockey League so much, I'm so used to actually playing defense, you know, the way you're supposed to do it. But what I've come to notice is that if you keep skating back with the player like you're going to see in these clips, it does one of two things. One, you're not going to get beat because you don't get flat-footed ever. Two, you're more agile and can actually turn left or right to where he's trying to deke. And three, as you're going to notice in a lot of these clips, it slows them down so that the back-checking center and other wingers can actually get back and steal the puck like your AI. It's crazy effective, and it's something I'm going to be doing every single game I play going forward. So let's pick it up late in the first. I rush down the boards on the right side here. I hold up and wait for his guy to bite on me just so I can get by him. I think about going for the short side wrister, but I see it's kind of covered, so instead I just kind of hold the forehand deke until I think that it's a good time to shoot, and it gets saved, but my CPU guys there just batted in, so it's 1-0. So this is another great example of why not back skating and just skating straight back will allow you to help stop him from rushing straight into the zone. See how he's got to go left and right here, so my CPU is able to pressure him, knock him off the puck, and send me the other way. I get down low here, and I see that he's not using tight point as a defensive strategy, so I know that my points are open, and I hit him for that one-timer, and yeah, it's 2-1. So now we're rolling. Just a few minutes after that last goal, I'm in the offensive zone, just doing the overload, waiting for the slot to open up. I realize that he's got his defenseman and he's controlling it, chasing me a little bit, so I know that I see that I have a straight line to the net. I take a quick look to the right winger, see that he's not on his offhand, so he's not in the slot for a one-timer, so I do the backhand, forehand in tight. Works almost every time. So, moments later, it looks like we've got a game. This guy catches me on one of those plays where you switch to a guy, but it's always the wrong guy that you want when you're in the defensive zone. I get caught just completely out of position because I'm not getting the right guy that I want to select, and yeah, it's 3-2. So, off that goal's face-off, I completely forget how to play the game, bump into myself and him, and yeah, we're just going to move right along. Great start to the third period of me beating myself yet again. I go for a point shot, but the guy that he's playing up top has a really easy poke check, knocks himself on a breakaway, and I do the desperation poke check a little too late, and now I'm a little concerned, not gonna lie. So a few videos ago I showed you guys why holding down L2 halfway is extremely effective, especially when entering the zone, instead of just holding or pressing it down and doing a full spinorama. It is extremely effective to back in and then let go and can do kind of a half spin. So I'm going to let this play.
A shot, score, and the game is even.
So more and more I'm getting the sense that this is going to go to overtime and I'm probably going to lose, even though I felt like I played the better game. But I keep grinding here, and I realize that he's still got his defense kind of not on high pressure, so it leaves my points wide open just like it started. And that is how this one would end, guys. I did have a lot more shots in this division than I've noticed prior. I don't know if it's just because I was feeling good during this division and I had a lot of offense or what, but I have noticed it in my gameplay a little bit. So I was able to win the Div 5 title in the minimum amount of games, and let's see what we got here. So I'm pretty convinced that I'm never going to get anything from a Div title pack, but that's okay. So it's time to upgrade my team now. I've got, I believe, about 16,000 coins to spend. I really need a forward and a defenseman, and I kind of want to fix my synergies. I had to rework some things because of the players that I'd gotten from the Christmas pack. They were just too good to not include in my roster. So basically what at the current status is I have Thread the Needle turned on, but I only have 8 of 10 for Angry Aggressor, which is something that I want to activate going into the next division. So I kind of went on the hunt here to try and find an affordable guy that I could upgrade my team with on forward and defense and kind of hit my synergies. So let's see what we got. So after I narrowed it down through my search looking for someone to give me Angry Aggressor, I basically was left with Ice Marchand, Ice Jamie Benn, or Ice Malkin. And since I needed a left-handed shot to replace Ehlers because Ehlers wasn't doing anything for me on my fourth line, I decided to go with Jamie Benn. He was a little bit cheaper than the other two. A little bit more than Marchand, actually, but it was by about 500 coins. So the extra speed and shot were fine with Ben. So that's who I went with to replace in my forward group. So something I haven't really talked about in this free-to-play series is how to make coins and things like that, because I'm trying to focus on the gameplay and show you guys some strategies on how to win games, because it isn't really all about the coins. But in this case, I am a little light. I only have about 3.2k left to find a defenseman, and when I went to go look at another Angry Aggressor defenseman, it was basically just base Letang, and I didn't really want to do that. So what I did was I sold all of the gold rares that I'm not going to use for 500k, made a couple more 1,000 coins, which was enough to allow me to unfortunately land Brent Burns. There wasn't any other guys that I could afford for whatever reason that had a right shot that I could put on the left side to replace Seth Jones so I could activate Angry Aggressor. Brent Burns is one of my favorite players. I'm a Sharks fan, but unfortunately his speed in this game is a little lacking. So, but that is my new defenseman for the next division. Alright, so I was able to get Angry Aggressor back on with the addition of Brent Burns and Jamie Benn. So this is my lineup going into Division 4. Things are getting a little bit tougher here. Jamie Benn ended up being my second line right winger. Taylor Hall just has a little bit more speed, so I want to keep him there, which pushed my Mikhail Bodker down to the fourth line, which I'm completely okay with. I am really kind of tilted about the Brent Burns thing. I could not find another defenseman for the amount of coins I had, but just like what I'm trying to do in this series, spend all my coins each round and try to upgrade my team. He was the best option available. So this will be my team going into Division 4 for next week. Alright guys, so that takes care of Division 5. Make sure if you liked the video, hit me with a comment or a like and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at NoSleevesGaming, as well as on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/NoSleeves12. That's where I play all of my League Gaming games. So, you guys stay average.
Takes that pass from the other point man. A shot, they score!